Hello everyone, this is Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. For this episode, I will be covering the topic about understanding the graph in relation to our previous episodes, the ordered pairs, and the coordinate plane. Okay, when we say the graph, this is the representation of the ordered pairs x and y that satisfy the relationship between the two variables x and y on the coordinate plane. Okay, I will be explaining this concept using an example. The following table shows the number of pages Sue has read after X days. Let's plot the graph of the two variables X and Y on the coordinate plane. So this is our coordinate plane and this is the table. The coordinates on the x-axis represent the number of days. And the coordinates on the y-axis represent the number of pages Sue has read. Okay, let's plot the graph of the two variables x and y. Okay, the first ordered pair is 1 and 20. So one day, Sue can read 20 pages. So this is the point. 2 days, Sue can read 30 pages. So 2 is the x-coordinate and 30 is y-coordinate. Okay, the third ordered pair, 3 days, 60 pages. So x-coordinate is 3, y-coordinate is 60. So this is the point. Okay, next ordered pair is 4 and 80. So 4 days, 80 pages. So this is the point. And then the last ordered pair is 5 and 100. So x-coordinate is 5, y-coordinate is 1. So we already plotted these ordered pairs. Okay, we are not going to connect the dots because the information given are not enough. Okay, what is then the use of the graph in understanding the relationship between the two variables x and y? If the relationship between the two variables is represented as a graph on the coordinate plane, the relationship between their changes can be understood. Okay, this time, I will be showing two common situations where this relationship between the x and y variables are commonly observed. Okay, the first situation is graph of a situation with a constant increase. And that graph looks like this. Okay, we have here an example situation. A graph representing the height of water, y centimeter, after x seconds. When water is being added at a constant rate to an empty cylindrical container. Okay, when the water is being added at a constant rate, that means it's continuously increasing or there is a constant increase. And if there's a constant increase, the graph looks like this. So this is a straight line, which means there's a constant increase. Okay, if this is 5 seconds, okay, again, the coordinates in the x-axis represents the time in seconds. And the coordinates in the y-axis refers to the height of the water. That is in centimeter. So in 5 seconds, this is the height of the water. In 10 seconds, this is the height. In 15 seconds, this is the height. So there is a constant increase. And if you see a graph that is a straight line, looks like this, that means there's a constant increase. Okay, the second situation is graph of a situation with a constant decrease. So this is the opposite of the first situation. Okay, let's read this example situation. A graph representing the height of water, y centimeter, after x seconds when water is being drained at a constant rate from a cylindrical container filled with water. Okay, the water is being drained at a constant rate. That means there is a constant decrease, or it's decreasing constantly. Okay, and the graph of a situation with a constant decrease looks like this. Okay, again, all the coordinates in the x-axis. This refers to the time in seconds, and y-coordinates is the height of the water. So let's say in 5 seconds, this is the height, or this is the water being drained from that cylindrical container. Okay, in 10 seconds, so this is now the height. In 15 seconds, this is the height. So as you can see, there is a constant decrease. And if it's a constant decrease, the graph looks like this. It's also a straight line, which means constant decrease. Okay, more examples. The following graph shows the amount of beverage remaining over time as you drink. Interpreting this graph according to the amount of beverage, it can be understood as follows. Okay, let's take a look at the first graph. Okay, this is a straight line. Okay, if you're going to take a look at this graph, okay, x-axis, this represent the time, and the y-axis is the amount of beverage. Okay, if this is the kind of graph that you have, that means there is a constant decrease. Okay, which means if we're going to interpret this graph, that means you drink that beverage without stopping. So drinking without stopping until the beverage is finished. Okay, what about the second graph? Okay, from this amount of beverage to this amount, that means there's a constant decrease. But if you're going to take a look at this graph, from here, from this point up to this point, or from this time up to this time, the amount of beverage did not decrease. So you drink, and then you stop, and from this time up to this time, continuously drinking until it's finished. So this graph means drink, and there's a point wherein you stop, and then drink again until the beverage is finished. Okay, what about the third graph? Okay, this is just a horizontal line, straight line. Okay, how are we going to interpret this graph? So it means that the amount of beverage did not decrease as the time passes. So it means that you did not drink that beverage. Okay, this time, let's answer this concept check question. The graph on the right, okay, this is the graph, shows the relationship between the distance traveled and the X minutes after Sue starts walking from home to a location 2 kilometers away. We're going to answer the following questions. So X coordinates refers to the number or to the time in minutes, and Y coordinates distance in kilometers. Okay, the first question is, find the distance traveled the first 25 minutes after starting. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is 25 minutes. So the distance traveled is 1.5, okay, kilometers. So the answer is 1.5 kilometers. Okay, what about the second question? Okay, find how many minutes Sue took a break during the walk. Okay, if you're going to take a look at this graph, there is a point wherein the distance did not change. That is from this point up to this point. And how many minutes from here up to here? So 15 to 20, that is 5 minutes. So that means So took a break for 5 minutes. Okay, this time, let's also answer this problem. When water is added at a constant rate per hour into a container like the one on the right, which of the following graphs correctly represents the relationship between the elapsed time, x, and the water height, y? Okay, the container looks like this. If you're going to take a look at the container, the bottom part is smaller and the top part is wider or bigger. So we are going to find the correct graph for this kind of container if we're going to add water at a constant rate. Okay, let's take a look at this first graph. This is a straight line, which means there is a constant increase. So x is time and y is the height of the water. So let's say let's say in 1 hour. So this is the height of the water in 2 hours, in 3 hours. There is a constant increase. And if you're going to imagine the container in this kind of graph, the bottom part and the top part are just the same size. Okay, what about this graph? If we're going to take a look at this graph, okay, let's say, for example, in 1 hour, okay, in 2 hours, in 1 hour, this is the height of the water in that container. It increases very fast. In 2 hours, yes, it increases, but it slows down. Okay, in 3 hours, more slow. So it means that the bottom part of the container is smaller than the top part of the container. So this figure or this container is this container. So number 2 is the correct answer. Okay, let's also check graph number 3 or this graph. Okay, this is the opposite of this graph. If this is 1 hour, look at the height of the water. Yes, it increases, but it's very slow. And in 2 hours, it increases very fast. So it means, okay, it's the opposite of this container, which means the bottom part is wider or larger, okay, than the upper part. So the container looks like this. Okay, what about this fourth graph? Okay, this is 1 hour, let's say for example, and the level or the height of the water increases very fast. And from this point, let's say in 2 hours, it also increases, but it slows down. Okay, it means that the bottom part of the container is smaller. And then this top part is bigger because it increases very fast at the first hour and it slows down in the second hour. So the container, okay, looks like this. Okay, what about the fifth graph? Okay, let's say in the first hour, yes, it increases, but it increases very slow. Okay, in the second hour, it increases very fast. So this is the opposite of this fourth graph, which means that the bottom part of the container is bigger, okay, than the upper part. So it looks like this. The container looks like this. So in this problem, the correct answer is number 2.